Welcome to our countdown of the most shocking crocodile attacks on humans. Viewer discretion is advised. We're about to delve into the heart of nature's dark side, exploring moments where humans came face to face with the brutal reality of apex predators. These stories are a stark reminder of the power of these ancient creatures, their speed, and their raw instinct to hunt. Remember, these aren't just stories. They are real encounters, each one a chilling testament to the respect we must have for wildlife and the environments they dominate. We're venturing into crocodile territory today, folks. Prepare yourselves for some truly gripping accounts of survival, and let them serve as a powerful reminder we are not always at the top of the food chain. The murky waters of Lake Tanganyika hold more than just fish. Lurking in its depths is a legend, a creature whispered about in hushed tones. Gustav, this isn't your average croc. This is a behemoth, a predator rumored to be responsible for over 300 human deaths. Imagine living along the shores of the lake, the fear clinging to you with every step you take. Gustav, they say, is different. He doesn't just kill for food, he kills and leaves his victims uneaten, a chilling calling card. Fishermen tell tales of their nets ripped apart, massive teeth marks scarring the wood of their boats. His size? Estimated over 20 feet, a prehistoric monster in a modern world. His elusiveness adds to the terror. Despite numerous attempts to capture him, Gustav remains a phantom, a shadowy menace in the dark heart of Africa. Some say he's a myth, a story to frighten children, but the villagers, the ones who live with the legend every day, they'll tell you different. They'll tell you the stories are true, that Gustav is real, and the terror he inflicts is very, very real. Australian outback is beautiful, rugged, and unforgiving. It's a place where danger lurks beneath the surface, where the peace of a day's fishing can be shattered in an instant. Picture this, a lone fisherman casting his line into the murky water, the sun beating down on his back. He's relaxed, at ease, alone with his thoughts, until a sudden tug, a powerful jerk that nearly pulls him overboard. This wasn't a fish. This was a saltwater crocodile, the largest reptile on Earth, launching a surprise attack from the depths. The fisherman, caught completely off guard, fights for his life. But the crocodile's grip is relentless, its jaws clamping down with bone-crushing force. Witnesses describe a scene of chaos. The small fishing boat tossed around like a toy, the man's desperate cries echoing across the water. This wasn't a fight he could win. The crocodile, massive and powerful, dragged him under, disappearing into the murky depths, leaving only ripples and a chilling silence. In Zimbabwe, where life revolves around the rhythm of the river, tragedy struck a small village. A young boy on his way home from school had to cross a crocodile-infested river. It was a daily routine, a risk they all took. But on this day, fate had a cruel twist in store. Witnesses recall the boy no older than 10, cautiously wading into the water, his school books balanced precariously on his head. He's almost reached the other side, so close to safety, when the water explodes in a frenzy of snapping jaws and thrashing tails. A crocodile, hidden in the murky water, had been lying in wait, its camouflage perfect, its patience rewarded with a terrifying attack. The boy, caught in the grip of a predator many times his size, had no chance. His screams pierced the air, echoing through the village, a chilling call for help that came too late. The villagers rushed to the riverbank, helpless to intervene, forced to witness the horrifying spectacle unfold before their eyes. Costa Rica, a paradise of lush rainforests, pristine beaches, and deadly predators. A young tourist, eager to experience the country's natural beauty, ventured into a national park, unaware of the danger lurking beneath the surface of a seemingly tranquil lagoon. She was young, carefree, excited to cool off in the refreshing water. Locals say there were warning signs, but she was caught up in the moment, oblivious to the threat that lay hidden just beneath the surface. As she swam, enjoying the sun and the warm water, a silent shadow glided towards her. No sudden movement, no telltale ripples, just the stealthy approach of a predator drawn in by an easy target. The attack was swift and brutal. 1 minute she was laughing, enjoying the water. The next she was pulled under, dragged beneath the surface by a large American crocodile. Witnesses were left in shock, the idyllic scene shattered by the horrifying reality of nature's raw power. Her body was recovered days later, a stark reminder of the unseen dangers that lurk in even the most beautiful corners of the world. Deep in the Florida Everglades, a place where beauty and danger coexist, a man kayaking through the maze of waterways experienced the raw terror of a surprise attack. He was an experienced kayaker, familiar with the area, but even the most seasoned outdoorsman can underestimate the stealth of an American alligator. He was paddling through a narrow channel, the dense foliage closing in on either side, when he felt a sudden impact, a jarring jolt that nearly capsized his kayak. He thought he'd run aground, maybe hit a submerged log, but the truth was far more terrifying. A large alligator, lurking beneath the surface, had launched itself at the kayak, its powerful jaws snapping shut just inches from the man's legs. The man, adrenaline surging, fought back, kicking and screaming, desperate to escape the reptilian jaws that sought to drag him into the murky depths. He managed to free himself, scrambling back into his kayak, his heart pounding in his chest. He'd escaped the jaws of death, but the encounter left him shaken, a stark reminder of the untamed wilderness that surrounded him. Life along the rivers of India is a delicate balance between human need and the power of nature. For centuries, villagers have coexisted with creatures like the mugger crocodile, but sometimes that fragile peace is shattered. A woman washing clothes on the banks of a river, her back to the water, focused on her task, became an easy target for a predator lying in wait. The attack was swift and merciless. Witnesses described a scene of chaos, the woman dragged into the water with a scream, her brightly colored sari a stark contrast to the murky depths that swallowed her whole. The crocodile, a large male, had been seen in the area before, a known threat that the villagers had learned to live with, but on this day their caution proved no match for its primal instincts. These attacks are a stark reminder of the dangers faced by communities living so close to crocodile habitats. It's a constant battle between survival and tradition, a reminder that respect for nature's power is essential. Imagine yourself on safari in Botswana, the sun setting over the African savanna, the air alive with the sounds of the wild. You're with an experienced guide, someone who knows this land like the back of their hand. But even in this seemingly idyllic setting, danger can strike in an instant. A group of tourists on a game drive were observing a group of elephants at a watering hole, their cameras clicking, capturing the beauty of the moment. Their guide, a seasoned professional, was positioned near the water's edge, ensuring their safety when the unthinkable happened. A large Nile crocodile, hidden in the shallows, its camouflage perfect, launched a sudden and brutal attack. The tourists watched in horror as their guide, who moments before had been joking and pointing out the wonders of the wildlife, was dragged into the water, his screams echoing across the savannah. The attack was over in seconds, the crocodile disappearing into the murky depths with its victim. The tourists, shaken to their core, were left to grapple with the raw power of nature and the fragility of life. In the remote villages of Indonesia, where life revolves around the water, encounters with crocodiles are a part of daily life. But even the most experienced villagers can fall victim to these ancient predators. This is the story of a fisherman, a man who knew the risks but couldn't escape the danger lurking beneath the surface. He was fishing for his family, casting his net into the murky water, hoping for a good catch. It was a routine he had performed countless times before, but on this day, fate had a cruel twist in store. As he hauled in his net, he felt an immense weight, something far larger than any fish he had ever encountered. He struggled, pulling with all his might, unaware that his efforts were attracting a predator from the depths. A saltwater crocodile, drawn by the commotion, surged from the water, its jaws snapping shut on the man's arm, dragging him into the depths with terrifying speed and power. His screams were swallowed by the water, his struggle a futile battle against an apex predator. The Amazon River, a place of immense beauty and unparalleled biodiversity, holds a dark secret beneath its surface. The black caiman, the largest predator in the Amazon basin. This is the story of a young swimmer, a local, who dared to venture into the murky depths, unaware of the danger that lurked below. He was strong, a confident swimmer, a regular in the river's waters. He dove in, enjoying the coolness on a hot day, unaware that he was being stalked by a silent hunter. The attack was savage, brutal, a blur of teeth and thrashing water. Witnesses described a scene of chaos, the water stained red, the young man's screams echoing through the air before being cut short. The black caiman, a creature of immense power and prehistoric lineage, had claimed another victim, a stark reminder of the untamed wilderness that lay hidden beneath the river's surface. The river, once a source of life and joy, had become a watery grave. Papua New Guinea, a land of rugged beauty and ancient traditions, is also home to some of the world's most dangerous creatures, including the saltwater crocodile. This is the story of a group of villagers crossing a river, their lives forever changed by a terrifying encounter. They were traveling between villages, a journey they had made many times before, wading through the chest-deep water, their belongings balanced on their heads. The river, usually calm, was swollen from recent rains, the current stronger than usual. As they navigated the treacherous waters, a group of crocodiles lurking in the murky depths sensed an opportunity. The attack was sudden and chaotic, a frenzy of snapping jaws and thrashing tails. Those on the riverbank could only watch in horror as their friends and family were dragged beneath the surface, their screams echoing through the air. The crocodiles, large and powerful, had the advantage in the water, their ambush perfectly executed. Thanks for watching. Remember to stay safe and always be aware of your surroundings when in crocodile territory. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more gripping content. These stories are a stark reminder of the power of these ancient creatures and the respect we must have for their environment. Remember, we are not at the top of the food chain when we venture into their territory. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay tuned for more incredible stories of survival and nature's raw power.